Hey guys and gals, let's build Gingerbread Ornaments by Lego. This is set number 40642, contains 190 bricks, retails for $12.99, and set was provided by the Lego Group for early review. And these look adorable. Matter of fact, this puts you in the holiday spirit, even though if it's August 15th, 2023. And yeah, oh, don't worry, you'll be able to get your hands on this soon enough. Doesn't look too bad for the price. I already got all the parts keyed up here, and the part selection looks pretty promising. Now I'm hoping this is all going to be separate. Now when this thing was bagged, this is bag 1, bag 2, and this is a miscellaneous bag, so nothing's individually packaged, so you're going to have to see if, well, we'll find out eventually if this is, you know, a split build or not. The manual doesn't tell us anything though. Tells us we have to bake those before we can put the icing and the stuff on them. All right, well, let's begin. Let's build it. Let's start with bag 1, and I am going to assume that that means we're building 3 of these, but I'm going to check real quick here and be sure. And if it is, we're building this, and that would be okay. We're going to just fast forward through here. Okay, you do have to build 3 of these. So far, just get a couple of digital building guides, you'll be fine, and you can start doing that. So if you're oh, we don't want to mix that up, huh? That's bad. So let's just slide all that out of the way here. So if you're a parent that's got 3 children, or you got 2 children, even 1, you know, a few friends, or, you know, can build this stuff too. I'm always looking forward to seeing sets that are collaborative build. And I have a feeling, and I'm hoping that it is, this may be an easy 10 here. Because I'm looking to see if this is something you can build with the family. My family don't like doing this stuff, so I got to do it solo. So if you're a solo builder, I'm sure it'll be just as entertaining. And yeah, so I tried that new light out and watched a video of the light being used for this. And I have to say that I'm pretty pleased with it. So I'm going to see, I may get a few more. It even worked with the 4K camera, but I'm just debating, you know, on getting a few more of those lights. Keep one for the camera to put in the camera bag, and I believe that there's an adapter that goes to it. So I'm hoping that this is all isolated. If they are, then we are good to go with the collaborative evaluations of the build. So nothing much has changed. This is the next round of sets. This is mostly for holiday stuff, and I am completely swamped once again with reviews, but this time I came prepared. I've been kind of reorganizing the way I'm doing things, so now I'm kind of compacting more stuff. Instead of wasting time uploading and stuff like that, I kind of just multitask it. And without trying to burn myself out anyways. Yeah, this is going to put us in the holiday spirit, even though if it's like 113 outside, and this is a late night. This is a bedside build, by the way. And I'm missing a white plate here. I could have rolled in the other bag too, huh? I've been getting kind of klutzy lately with a lot of stuff here going on. Yeah, that's probably where it went. We'll find out eventually. Okay. And then so if you're really wanting to do this with your child, and I always encourage this, you know, this is a good way to kind of start up conversations and stuff like that, talk about what's going on. Seems like a lot of us lately have been so busy, especially like somebody like myself. It's been more wrapped up with my day job than anything, but just think, this is August. I got like 3 more months before I'm off for 12 weeks, so I gotta have to stick it out a little longer. I take off winter months as I prefer the winter over the summer. I can take off whenever I want, but still. But I'm gonna try to do is get this one done. I have, and I can say it because it's already been released. I have one more dream set left to do. So it's coming up. It's not too bad. It's another one of these types of builds where you can just sit and do them in one sitting. So that's not terribly bad. And then I think these hang down right here because the tiles go here. So I got to deal with one more of those. Those dream sets weren't too bad. I just didn't like the theme. But they weren't too bad of a build. Like, I'm starting to submit a lot of my paperwork in now, and I'm like, man, these are like 8s and 9s and stuff. And then I was doing those Mario sets that had a nice color palette, but they stink and they were incomplete. And I'm not the only one who feel badly about those sets and just don't like them. And sure enough, you know, that's just how it is. Well, at least those Mario sets are behind us now. And then after I get done with that one set I mentioned, I'm going to have to do a build on, which I cannot mention, on 2 other sets. And like all I gotta say is fasten your seatbelts, because we are going to be going for a ride. So, oh, no, these don't look like anything you can eat, huh? Yeah, I mean, doing PDF files is fine. I may try it one day, is download a PDF, but they don't have PDFs for these because they're pre-release, they're for early review, and they don't ever have the stuff published. I wish they did. I'd like to try doing one of these strictly with the PDF and see how well it is. Yeah, so if you have 3, if you yourself and you have 2 other friends, you can easily knock this set out real quick. You can see right now that I'm kind of blasting through it. But yeah, I was reading the comments on the Mario sets, and a lot of people said that the builds are so slow. Well, yeah, you're not going to get an argument out of me on that one. Okay, so the bases are, you have to build them. All right. So I think what we're doing here first is we're just doing this, but I'm hoping this is. Now, so far, it's keeping my interest as an adult, so I'm sure a child is, it's really going to keep an interest, especially if you're with your kids doing this type of stuff. Just imagine sitting at the kitchen table playing some holiday music and just kind of unwinding, or just do it by the fireplace. Maybe put on a Christmas movie or something like that while you're building these would be kind of cool. Where I'm at, we just build it by the pool, huh? As hot as it is. Winters out here really don't start until like January, and then they end in February. Out here it's only like 4 to 6 weeks of winter. That's it. We have about 9 months of summer. I look forward to fall's only 2 weeks, winter's a few weeks, and spring's only 2 weeks. So when those months come around, that's the months I take off. Okay, so that is bag 1. Bag 1 builds 3 of these, and they're isolated, so that seems pretty cool. Now we are going to jump into bag 2, which I don't know why I closed the book and stuff like that. Okay, so these right here, you have to unloop these here. And then you're going to have, it's like a shower curtain ring. That's what these look like. And you just fish these in like this. Just wiggle them in, and there you go. And just kind of walk that in there. I'd rather have the lock. Ooh, I'd rather have the lock on the back, but I don't want to get too picky on this. All right, but so far I'm pretty pleased with this set. Well, maybe you do want these on the front, huh? There we go. You can hang them right on a limb or something, or a hook. And if you don't have a Christmas tree, some people don't, you can obviously hang these on your fireplace or even on your refrigerator too. They do have the little magnets you could stick on there, and stuff like that. Alrighty. So we're going to call this Gingerbread Man number 1. Okay. So I'm really hoping that everything here is separate in terms of, we're going to sort by part type here. I'm looking for the smaller stuff right now. And so far I've only found a set of eyes. You know, matter of fact, let me pull these parts over. I feel like I'm reaching around the camera, which is just kind of it's annoying. Yeah, I'm going to try to sound... I notice I'm getting kind of ranty in these. I need to start laying off being ranty on these videos more. Just think when work ends, I can start focusing on the fun stuff here. There's some swirly things. We're getting there eventually. So we'll start setting things up right now. Okay, I found the croissant. Now I'm already on step 16. I'm just going to speed ahead here. Okay, the studs are what we need here. So we're going to just focus on 15 right now. Kind of curious to see how these turn out. So I think at this point we're going to have to build these all solo. In terms of, I'm going to build them one at a time. So they're using the croissants for the eyebrows. The reason why I'm sticking on there now is to lighten up the load here. May have to take that one off to put the eyes in, but yeah, we're gonna have to pop that off. So don't skip the steps. All right, we got a cinnamon swirl here. Yeah, I think whoever's gonna get this is gonna be really happy, because this is, whoa, you look excited there. Matter of fact, that does sound good as gingerbread. I did a snack food review on these little gingerbread cookies. I used to get them like at the, what's it, one of those corner drugstore places. And except for the cookies always being broken, you know, they're pretty good. Nice gingerbread taste too. But they're hard to find on non-holiday days. Oh, we got a heart tile there. And then there we go. I don't think we're done yet, but that looks pretty yummy, doesn't it? Yeah. But I cannot wait till I am done with work. I got 7 more videos left to do for the year. I'm gonna try to squeeze out a house, maybe a kitchen tutorial, and 5 mysteries. So you'll have to figure out exactly what those are. But I'm hoping to do that for you guys and gals for the winter time. So you have something to do during when it's cold. I got a couple of ideas. Matter of fact, I'm already starting to work on 2024 projects in terms of drafting them up. Now, Lego, I have to say this. This is the type of sets that entertain me, is these, not the big models. These are just, they're fun. They're just fun. They're fun to put together. They're very relaxing. It's not like you're going to have a multi-installment series on just a build. Oh, I hope there's going to be more than just one Gingerbread Man in here. Yes, you're going to have to put a piece of poop on the ice cream cone. Now tell them where that came from, huh? That goes here. And then we have another one here with the cotton balls. Okay. Yeah, these look really good, don't they? These may come off, so I'm hoping they don't. Everything seems like it's pretty sturdy. Okay, we don't want to lose that. And that's it for that one there. Yeah, looks just like the picture. And that's essentially what it is. Not too bad, not too bad at all. All right, next one. So this is going to be Gingerbread Man number 2 with the blue eyes. Yeah, today it was like 108, 109 or something. And the humidity was like close to 100%. Whoa, that's not supposed to go there. I made a mistake. So it was very humid today, very hot. And it still is humid right now. So that's not too good in terms of trying to keep cool. The pool helps out, but when you get out of the pool and you feel like you take a shower and you walk 10 steps, you got to go take another one. That's how bad it is. All right. There. Really nice. Gee, seems like you're really enjoying this build. Yes, I am. Not to say the other builds are bad, I just haven't gotten to them yet. Got to have a palette cleanser before we get to the... I forgot to put a plate there. Before we get to the next one. After this one, I'm going to do another set. I'm just going to do the unboxing and kind of call it a night. But I mean, yeah, my nephew's going back to school in a day, and he's like trying to enjoy it while it lasts. I'm like, dude, it's going to get worse when you get older. You know, you're not going to have all that free time like you think you do. I mean, you know, you can be an adult, and if you're a kid watching this, trust me, it's not fun because you're still being told what to do. You have to still go to work to make money to pay the bills. And if you don't, that just shuts you off or whatever, depends on what it is. So... I mean, nobody wants to have that happen. And Lego's getting expensive every year, so it's a very expensive hobby. And somebody asked me, where do I buy my Lego sets at? Different than the parts. Where do I buy my sets at? These are provided by Lego. They send them to me for review. So technically, I'm working to keep them. And 2, where do I get the remainders? It just depends. Big box stores, hauls, birthday, Christmas gifts, stuff like that. That's pretty much where I get the goods. I wish they'd make that swirly piece in pink. Pretty cool. And this goes with the white holder. Yeah, I got a lot of good stuff I want to share. Oh, wait a minute. You know what I forgot to do? I made a mistake there. I need to back this up. Now, I don't grade for mistakes. That's my fault. I'm not going to ding off points because I wasn't paying attention. But somebody asked me that. I'm like, no. If I make the mistake... and it's easily seen in the manual, and I just was being absent-minded for a second. Yeah. And that's what we have remaining. Well, that's what we have done. Oh, those are metallic around the eyes. Must be like pretty cool. That looks pretty good. You think there'd been more stars there. Let me make sure. Yeah, just the one. And I'm sure you can customize these to make anything you want. Alrighty. Now let's work on the last Gingerbread Man. Or gingerbread creatures. Are these metallic now? Yep. It's got like a nice copper to it. And yes, it's not like it's some big, massive, elaborate set that we need to really sit here and do a build on. But this is like my notes when I do the reviews. And I'm going to tell you right now, this is going to be a straight out 10, unless something falls off. But I have a feeling that this is going to be a really good build. I've already failed enough Super Mario sets. I think we got to make it up some here. Let's see here. I did one earlier and it was like a 9, but I'll save that for another time. It was a pretty good build too. So just imagine this being icing on this. It'd be pretty yummy, huh? Okay. All right, some slopes here, right underneath the mouth. Gotta pay attention. And these are pretty robust. Like, I'm pressing down on this, and I don't feel like nothing's caving in under here. They got this really strengthened up. So you can press on these, and nothing's gonna cave in. Really good. I'm looking for play. Now, these are obviously not really meant to be played with. But then again, if you're creating your own creations, that's just as good. Looks like we might be getting extra parts with this one here. So I guess I leave a few extra pieces in here so you can make your own stuff. I never recommend this Lego, ever. You have us surrounding this and filling it in with tiles. If I put one piece in the wrong place, you know, it's just it's like a pet peeve of mine. Work yourself in, or you're inside, you work yourself out. Just, if you make a mistake, it's easy to correct it. So it looks like we may indeed get a few extra parts here for other ones to enhance these. Yeah, this is these are 3 isolated builds. The way they were numbered was one thing. So when you just have to grab the pieces you need to build. If you're building up to 3 people, that's what they have to do. But I'm not dissatisfied with this. And they show this right here with a bunch of pieces here. And basically what you can do, and they give you some other examples here, and how you can make your own designs. And I'm sure you can just copy the picture on that, do that too. So they do provide you with the spare parts to do so. Not too bad. And that is what we have remaining after building the 3 that are presented in the building guides. I'm sure you can probably go through Lego and get these too. And let me find a container here to dump these in. I've been getting donations of Tupperwares without lids. But you know what? They're good for sorting trays, and that's what we're going to use that for. Put those in there. Because I may need those for the actual review. Okay. I remember which ones we did in order here. Oh, there's a straight plate right there. And honestly, there you go. And let's take a look here and see what we have. And yeah, they're self-contained. They got the hooks on the top. You can hang these up in on a branch. They don't feel flimsy or anything like that. These probably might come off, but for the most part though, and the croissants maybe, but I don't really see anything that's wrong with these. These are pretty good. And that's essentially what they are. So they're not really meant to be played with unless you want to do this. You know, like how they used to do back in the old days with paper dolls and stuff like that. But these are a nice little holiday item to build. Something to kill off an afternoon, just hang out with the kids or with your friends. So let's jump into the review here. And build experience was really good with this one. It's a very light build, but it was a really pleasant build. It wasn't dry, it wasn't boring. This will put you in the holiday spirit even in the middle of summer. So not too bad. So even for an adult, this works. So I'm sure for a child, this is going to even be more exciting. And like I said, it's a collaborative build. So we're going to jump into the collaborative build. It is there. These are separate builds. A+ there. Up to 3 people can build this. They're all individually packaged. So up to 3 people can build at the same time. Great for collaboration and stuff. And of course, you can make your own stuff, which leads to mocks. You could do that. You can take everything off the frames here and make your own gingerbread men, your own designs. They give you all the parts and then some. So you've got plenty of things to do, or you can use parts from your own collection. But I don't think these would work very well in a Lego city. I mean, they just, you can tell these are just kind of odd. So I don't think they would work for that. Build quality's pretty good, nothing fell off. Except for the mistakes I made, but you know, those are my mistakes. I'm proud of them. And there's nothing wrong with them. It's a nice build. So like I've mentioned, this is going to be an easy 10, so that's my score. Why? It's a collaborative build. The instructions are easy to follow. Nice, bright, colorful. It's a nice holiday theme, but the main thing I'm focusing on is collaborative build here. It's really good. Isolated builds. Nothing's, you know, like this is going to depend on that or something like that. And in addition, you do have the spare pieces. So I'm sticking with that score. It's a flat out 10. There's nothing wrong. And this is what you get for $13, which is pretty much cheaper than what you'd buy regular ornaments for. And you can customize these too. So I didn't feel like my time was wasted or anything like that. This was just a nice all-around build. But tell me what you think of these gingerbread men or women or gingerbread people. What is the box called? If I can find it already. I already lost the box in here. Oh, there it is. Hey, it's raw uncut. So they call it Gingerbread Ornaments. So that's even better. What do you think of the gingerbread ornaments? And for myself personally, a nice, adorable build. Great thing to spend time with the kids, so there's plenty of stuff here to do. Now, the only thing I have to mention, it's a very short build, but for a child, this would be perfect. So just put on some holiday music and just have at it. This is not too bad. But I want to know what you guys and gals think of this set. I'm satisfied with it.